Good evening, folks. This is Andy Petrasso with Special Effects Academy. We're on the start of the week session for December 27th of 2020, end of the year. A few days left till we wrap up 2020. We're going to go through our standard agenda. We'll look at the prior week's results, our currency strength meter for the week and month, fundamental announcements on the calendar, none. Look at the major pairs on the daily charts, any setups we see in progress, and a few words in conclusion. Starting with the ledgers, trades opened, closed on the long term. So we're slightly down by a percentage point or two on closed trades, but we've got some profit taken as well. And we have a few trades, 4 trades right now open that are highly promising. So we'll see how that wraps up for the calendar year. On the intermediate term ledger, we have a flat account, no significant change. Again, we have trades open that seem to be in a very promising direction. And the short-term ledger was also basically flat, a very small profit. We had one really good trade and another trade that pretty much undid that other trade, but we still came out ahead by 0.5%. Notes and opportunities for improvement, Brexit deal agreement at last. So sometime over the weekend or late Friday or whenever, the UK and the European Union finally agreed on what Brexit is going to look like. It's not a full agreement, but it does do away with all the concerns on what's going to be happening on January 1st with trade going in and out of the UK, this, that, and the other. So it seems like there is some sort of agreement that will see them through the end of the year, start of the new year, and will lay or set the table rather for further negotiations. This is going to drag on a bit, but I think the major points have been agreed to. So this does do away with all the doom and gloom that was going on. We should see some sort of pound recovery, not necessarily a deep one, but the pound should not lose too much ground or not lose any ground at all. The USD continues at multi-year lows. Commodities such as oil, silver, gold continue to overperform, and it does continue to be a very unusual December. Relative strength meter, looking at the rightmost columns on the monthly, we can see that silver continues to have a wonderful, wonderful month. It's 14% up. Gold is not far behind with 6% up. And then we've got a very few moving over 2 or even 3%. And these are really the Australian pairs. The one exception is the euro dollar, which is at 2.17%. Otherwise, all the heavy hitters are on the Australian side of the equation. And of course, the dollar pairs do continue losing ground against everybody else. So the dollar not having a good end of year, again, for obvious reasons. Fundamental announcements for the week, none. There are no high-level announcements, and of course, it is the final week of the year, so there was no expectations that there would be any. Commodities, oil took a little bit of a breather, did a very small retracement, but still starting to go up again as the week ended on Friday, and it's still in a breakout from the previous range. Euro dollar, also a little bit of a retracement week, went back to that trend line, but bounced off of it neatly Thursday and then continued trying to go up on Friday. So not a deep retracement by any stretch of the imagination, and dollar continues in a position of extreme weakness. Pound dollar, same thing, had a little bit of a retracement, but then recovered quite nicely towards the end of the trading week and ended up pretty much right off high. USD/JPY continues following a rather sluggish trend line there at the bottom, not really breaking it, or at least not staying underneath it. We're still waiting for that deeper movement. USD Canadian also coming back down after bouncing off of that trend line, but still well above its most recent lows. USD Swiss, also a bit of a retracement. That was common across the board for the week, but it does seem to still be in a very nicely bearish mood. Never came even close to the resistance of the horizontal at the 89.80. Aussie dollar also very near the top, extreme dollar weakness against the Aussie. Kiwi dollar, same thing, bit of a retracement earlier in the week, then finished almost but not quite at its most recent high, and I would expect it to go deeper. Aussie Canadian also trending up, but not a very convincing breakout yet. True, it is above the topmost level of support and resistance, but it's not moving too far away from that. Euro Swiss continues to bounce rather haphazardly, so we've been ignoring it. Euro pound, nice drop, pound strength coming back against the euro. Not sure how long that's going to last. Again, we have a Brexit agreement finally signed over the weekend or late last week, and we have to see where that takes us. So stay tuned for the pound. Euro JPY flat at the top. Euro Canadian bouncing off resistance and now starting to go up again. Pound JPY almost, but not quite at the top of the chart. And again, we are expecting some sort of pound strength in coming days, weeks, months, as the non-calamity of Brexit finally trickles into the market. Aussie JPY flat at the top. Euro New Zealand, we're still waiting for a break towards the bottom. Doesn't seem to be in any rush. And this pair does go sideways for extended periods of time. Pound Canadian breaking out towards the top. Finally, we'll have to see what the new week brings us now that Brexit is a done deal. Pound Swiss, same thing, breaking out towards the top, but have to wait and see what's going on with the how the market takes the Brexit agreement is basically the question here. And Pound Aussie, our one straggler, still very much near the bottom, which I think gives us much better opportunities for this one to start moving up, since it has been, again, a straggler. That is the end of our charts. And moving on to setups we see in progress. Again, final week of the year. We're not expecting much. There may be movement out of the pound and the dollar, but that's not a given. I have decided that we will not be trading live this week. I will be trading. That's what I do. I'm a trader. But we will not be having any live sessions for the remainder of the week. So we will be back on next Sunday, start of the week session. So a week from today, we'll be back, and then we'll have our regular trading that first week of the year, and we'll assess what the market is doing and this, that, and the other. But pretty much we are done for the year. There may still be trading opportunities. Again, I'm not doing live sessions, doesn't mean I won't be trading. So any trades I do take will be going out through the copy trader for us. Setups we see in progress, of course, the Brexit agreement was signed. That will impact the pound one way or another. The USD pairs, they're still in massive USD weakness, and we're still dealing with the election fallout and everything else. The Kiwi breakout against the dollar continues. The Swiss breakout continues as well. And the Euro pairs, well, the Euro is breaking out against the dollar. I guess everything else is pretty much centered around the dollar. The dollar is the common denominator here, and the dollar is dropping. So that's going to be it for me this week. I didn't update this chart. I apologize. I really have no parting words of conclusion other than to wish everybody a very happy new year. It's been an awesome year. I've been very proud to have shared it with you guys. Here's to another great year ahead of us, and stay tuned. We'll be back for the new year, and hope you all have a wonderful, safe, healthy, family-friendly or unfriendly, whatever you prefer, New Year's celebration. So give my best regards to all your families, friends, and whatnot. And remember, be happy. Don't buy into all the hysteria. There's always something going on out there, and there's people that want you to be frightened, want you to be terrified all the time. Don't buy into that. Life is a wonderful thing. So enjoy it. Thank you very much. Any comments or questions before we drop off? Okay, folks, thank you very much. That's a wrap. I'll be sending a recording out at some point, and I will see you next Sunday, a week from today, for our start of the week. And that will be also marking the end of any sort of vacation holidays, which was very short for us this year. But hey, we're here for you guys. Thanks a lot. Take care.